Hi everybody, John Thompson again. I'm going to be doing part 11 of my conversion of the USS Pennsylvania from the Revell USS Arizona. This version that I'm working on is actually an earlier model I did before I did the 1938 refit. It's the World War II outfitting. I had started it and didn't have very much in terms of data to go off of. Although Myron Smith's book is excellent because it does give you a side profile of the ship, I was able to sort of come by parts that were made by 3D printing, again from Shapeways. They do a 1945 forward superstructure in addition to the aft fire tower. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what I've done so far. Here is the work I've been doing on the USS Pennsylvania. As you can see, I have basically plated over the windows on the hull, and I used ordinary bond paper, and I painted that with the same color, which is basically a Tamiya medium blue. You can also see here that this is the 3D printed aft superstructure that I had gotten from Shapeways, and the funnel, the new funnel that'll go on the Pennsylvania. Of course, the space here is where the new forward superstructure is going to go. That's on order, so hopefully I should be receiving that tomorrow in the mail. So right now I'm just kind of more or less putting the ship back together again and seeing what I did. Now I did encounter a mistake when I went to put on the aft fire control tower. I took a little too much off. There were steps going up to where the legs of the tripod go into the forward deck section. That basically, I chopped all that off to make way for the aft tower. Unfortunately, when doing so, I left a huge gap in there, so I had to actually rebuild that from styrene. So essentially, I made a box out of styrene, and then I had notched it so that way the piece would fit in for the tower. So it looks nice, it works, and you can't really tell anyway when all is said and done. So I took care of that pretty much. I'm going to be adding some other details too, like rafts, and I have to look into a couple of other things. Among them, at the fire control tower aft, I can't tell if they're gun directors or radars or something. There are these tubs. Let's see here. There are these tubs on Myron Smith's book that are right about here. And these tubs, basically, I can't tell what they are. I can't tell if they're mountings for gun directors or if they're an actual tub that a crew member stands in and use the old handlebars gun directors for the anti-aircraft guns. So that has to be looked into. I did find a picture actually late in the career of the Pennsylvania. This is before she got bombed at Test Sable and Baker and Bikini Atoll. And what I noticed was they had kingfishers on her. They took the aircraft that was on there and ultimately put two kingfishers on there. Now, they also did remove a couple of 5-inch gun mounts on each side, so essentially you had two 5-inch gun mounts and two empty mounts. In case if anybody wants to model her as she looked when she was going to Bikini, that's pretty much how she would look. Other than that, that's pretty much it with the progress here. I have the port side hull to work on. As you can see on the port side of the hull, I still have yet to do that. I've been using bond paper to patch the portholes. I have not finished that yet over here. I'm also going to put a smaller 38 on the ship as well to be more in keeping in scale. I happened to look at the photographs of the Pennsylvania to get an idea of the size. Another reason being is these decals get boogered up because I had to sand the portholes off in that area. So I'm not going to have spares, but thankfully they're actually too big anyway, so it's not really a loss because I have extras. So that's something to keep in mind when you when you do work like this. So we'll see what happens. I have leftover parts from the gold medal models photo etch set, which include the halyard booms and the radar parts, which are going to go aboard when I finish. So right now it's just basically putting the thing back together again. So hopefully I'll have more to show you guys when things go. But anyway, have a great evening, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks. Bye bye.